Hey guys, Heather here from Tye-Dyed Iguana, and today, because it's just so cold outside, we thought it would be a good opportunity to talk to you all about how to make sure your animals' cages are warm enough, especially when it gets to be sub-zero temperatures like we're having right now in our area, and when you experience brutal cold. So let's go check those out. Now, the first example we're going to use today is our tortoise enclosure. Now, in our store, we have it set to 78 degrees, but of course, in different spots in the store, there are cold spots. Now, some people in their houses, they might set their thermostat for like 73 to 74 degrees, but that doesn't mean that all parts of your house are going to be the same temperature. You're going to have cold spots. And this area is our cold spot because it's got the huge windows without any blinds or curtains over here. So if you got a window like this without any insulation around it to keep the cold out, the cold air will permeate into your enclosure like ours, and it feels really cold on this surface. And because of all that cold air coming in, that's the reason why we've got extra heat lamps on our enclosure. If you've got your tank near a window, it's going to be colder, so you're going to need some extra heat on it if you don't move it away from the window. You can see here in our enclosure, we've got 3 separate heating elements for our tortoise in here, and that's to keep her warm enough, especially during really cold winter days like today, because all that cold air kind of permeates through. Yeah, this part of the store is a lot colder than this part of the store over here, where there's lots of tanks, lots of lighting. It's a lot warmer on this side because we have a high concentration. We also have lots of vents and everything over here pushing out that nice warm air. So you're definitely going to have areas of your house, especially if you've got your animal near a window. You're definitely going to have to add extra heating, especially during sub-zero temps. And if possible, if you got a tank that you can move it away from the window. Perhaps put some blinds over it or a covering of some sort just to keep it insulated a little bit more. So that's something you got to look out for. And this is important for species like the Euromasics that need very high temperatures. Theirs might get a little lower during this time of year. Just make sure you adjust those lights. You can adjust them down if you need to. Our adjustable lamp stands are great for that. You can adjust them up and down. And for these guys, you also got to add additional heating. Usually we got 2 lamps going on in this one. So that'll be important to look out for. Yeah, let's see what our thermostat says over here. We keep it set at 78 degrees. But that's just reading what it is over here. I can assure you that over in the front of the store it's a lot cooler because it's closer to the cold air. So it'll probably be like that at your house, especially when it's like really sub-zero temperatures like it is in our area. And then we've got like a wind chill. It's really windy, so that's just going to make it worse. But we do have some sun today, which is kind of nice. Makes it really warm where the sun shines through, like right here. That's nice and warm. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, very cold near those windows. And that is also why on our tanks in the front of the store we have like 2 heat lamps on our tortoises, because they are near the door that opens when people come in and out, so they get blasts of cold air. It's always colder right here, so that's one thing we do to make sure. We just add additional lighting when needed. And to make sure that your animal has a good hot spot, we have temperature readers here that you can instantly read the temperature of your hot spot. We use temperature guns like this to measure our temperatures, and that'll let you know if it's too cold in your tank. We've got different things here. We got thermometers too that you can just keep in there to help track things if needed. You just gotta make sure they're in the proper spot, in that heat spot on the bottom. And then if any of you keep your animals like in basements or anything, that'll probably be something to think about. One of our workers here, she has a basement with animals in it, and they are running, I think oil-filled heaters or whatever down there to keep the basement warm enough for them. Yeah, so she's had to deal with that during these crazy temperatures that we haven't experienced for probably years. Sometimes you just gotta add additional heating. You just gotta be very careful if you use like room heaters, because that's one way to accidentally start a fire. Sometimes people use those space heaters and stuff that aren't too safe, or they put something up against them and stuff. So you just gotta be careful with things like that. Or if you just need to move them, if you keep them in the basement, just need to move them upstairs or something, just for, you know, a couple days while the temperature is really low, is also a good idea, just to get them somewhere more warm, more toasty. So yeah, basically we just wanted to give everybody that warning, especially now that a lot of the country is experiencing a very bad cold snap. Just make sure, you know, if you've got windows that aren't like insulated, don't have any blinds or anything, you keep your animals away from the windows if possible. If you need to, you might need to give your animals additional heat, additional fixtures to keep those temperatures up, and you might have to move them to a warmer part of the house during these times, just for a few days until things hopefully get back to normal. We're hoping things get back to normal here by the weekend. We're gonna have temperatures back in the 30s and 40s, so that'll be nice. But yeah, until then we're gonna be dealing with this cold snap and trying to make sure our own animals are taken care of and are nice and warm enough, so which they are. So we make sure that we check their temperatures quite often. That's another thing we recommend, is really do check those temperatures when it gets this cold, just to make sure that your animal is all good. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Stay warm, and we'll see you next time.